The wind sliced across the frozen valley like sharp knives as the expedition team marched deeper into the mountains. What was supposed to be a routine research journey had slowly begun to feel like a step into an ancient, forgotten world. Dr. Adrian Cole, the leader of the expedition, paused to look at the sky gray, heavy, and silent. It was the kind of silence that carried warnings. The rest of the team, Lena, a geologist, Marcus, a survival expert, and Chen, a botanist, followed closely behind, each weighed down with gear and the growing sense that they were heading into danger. 8 days earlier, they had received satellite images showing unusual heat signatures in a remote mountain range known only in local legends as the Sleeping Dragon Peaks. No one had successfully explored it. Many attempted. None returned. But Adrian had spent years studying seismic behavior in the region and believed something extraordinary lay hidden beneath the icy surface, something that could rewrite history. The journey had begun with excitement, but the mountains had their own rules. Day 2. The first warning on the second day. The path behind them collapsed after they crossed a narrow ridge. Snow and rocks thundered down into a deep chasm. When the rumbling stopped, the ridge was gone. "We're trapped on this side now," Marcus said grimly. Adrian swallowed his fear. "We move forward. Our food will last 10 days if we ration it. We'll find another way down." But they all knew nature didn't care about their plans. Day 4. The discovery by the 4th day. The storm had worsened. Visibility was low, and the temperature dropped to brutal extremes. But fate had its own timing. Chen spotted something buried in the snowstone pillars, engraved with symbols older than any known civilization. The team dug frantically, revealing a massive stone gate half buried in ice. This could be thousands of years old," Lena whispered, brushing frost off the carvings. Adrian's heart raced. "We must document everything." The symbols depicted warriors, beasts, and a long winding shape that looked like a dragon. At the base of the gate, 4 words were carved in a faded ancient script. "Only the worthy may leave." A chill ran through the group, not from the wind, but from something unseen. Day 5. The cavern below. Passageway beneath the gate led into a cavern illuminated by glowing crystals embedded in the walls. Their light was dim, but mesmerizing. The team followed the tunnel until it widened into a chamber filled with relic stone weapons, dried plants, and preserved bodies wrapped in cloth. "These people, they were warriors," Chen whispered. "And they died here," Marcus added. As they moved deeper, the ground shook gently. At first, Adrian thought it was a tremor, but the vibrations had rhythm like breathing. "We should leave," Lena said. "Something is wrong here." But the exit behind them suddenly collapsed. Snow and boulders sealed the entrance completely. Panic set in. The mountains had trapped them. Day 6. The creature night came quickly in the cavern. Their only light came from the glowing crystals. Marcus took the first shift of guard duty. Hours passed quietly until a growl echoed from the darkness. The team jolted awake. Marcus raised his flashlight. Something enormous moved across the tunnel floor. Its shadow stretched across the wall long, scaled and serpentine. A pair of glowing eyes stared at them. "Run," Marcus shouted. The creature lunged, its body slithering with terrifying speed. It was unlike anything described in science, large as a crocodile, but longer, with horns curving from its skull and claws that scraped the stone floor. The team sprinted through the labyrinth of tunnels, the creature's roars shaking the cavern. Adrian's breathing grew heavy, but fear kept his legs moving. He glanced back just long enough to see Marcus knock over a crystal formation to slow the beast. "Keep going," Marcus yelled. The creature lunged at him, and the tunnel filled with dust. Adrian shouted Marcus's name, but his voice vanished in the chaos. Marcus was gone. Day 7. The Chamber of Trials. The remaining 3 stumbled into a massive chamber filled with stone platforms hanging over a deep abyss. Carvings on the walls showed ancient warriors crossing the platforms, facing beasts and traps. "It's like some kind of test," Nina said. Adrian recalled the inscription on the gate, "Only the worthy may leave." "Maybe this is how they escaped," he said. If we can pass whatever these ancient people created, we might survive, Chen finished. They stepped onto the first platform. Instantly, spears shot out from the walls. Lena screamed as one grazed her arm. Adrian pulled her forward and they leaped onto the next platform. The second platform cracked beneath them. Chen barely grabbed the edge as Adrian hauled him up. One platform after another tested their strength. Balance, courage, and teamwork. The beast roared somewhere behind them, growing angrier, hungrier. Finally, they reached a stone door carved with a dragon's face. Adrian pushed it open, and sunlight burst through the opening. They had found an exit. Day 8. Not all escape. The team stumbled into the daylight, weak and exhausted. The fresh air tasted like freedom until a deafening roar echoed behind them. The creature burst through the stone doorway, its scales glittering under the sun. "We can't outrun it," Chen said. Adrian looked around. They were on a cliff edge, nowhere to go but down. Far below lay a frozen river. Adrian made a choice. "I'll distract it. You to jump." "No." Lena grabbed his arm, tears in her eyes. "We've already lost Marcus. If it follows all of us, none will survive," Adrian said softly. The creature lunged. Adrian grabbed a broken spear from the relics they had carried out and charged toward it, screaming to draw its attention. "Go," he shouted. Lena and Chen had no choice. They leaped off the cliff, falling into the icy river below. Adrian faced the creature alone. The mountains echoed with his final cry. 8 days later, Lena and Chen were found by rescue teams far downstream, frostbitten but alive. When questioned, they spoke of the cavern, the trials, and the creature that guarded the ancient world beneath the mountains. No one believed them. But deep within the sleeping dragon peaks, the creature still roamed, protecting the secrets of the lost civilization, and somewhere within the cavern walls lay a new carving one never seen before, the carving of a man holding a spear, standing defiantly before a dragon, a carving of Adrian Cole, the last warrior worthy enough to face the mountain.